you for my comfort. They're raining down on me. Music is the spice of life. Somebody once said, and somebody else said, "Kuti music is the air that makes oxygen relevant." And yes, today, Nasi, we are Tatsikwa with the young artist who embodies the spiciness of music and the relevance of music. And today, Tina Tafadzwa Ru Nambra, otherwise known as Taffy. Hey, Taffy.
Hi, Pastor G. How are
Welcome
you?
to Transformations with Pastor G.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm so glad to be here.
You've been busy.
Trying to be busy.
Man, I've been seeing you on TikTok and you doing all sorts of things, and that was like my first encounter with your music, seeing you on TikTok, with some of your songs. And it's an inspiration to have young people. I had Cleo Ari here a couple of weeks ago, and she kind of like lit up also our program. And it's good to have somebody who's a young artist stepping out into this music thing and actually beginning to make waves. And you're beginning to make waves.
No, thank you so much, Pastor G. Yes, Cleo is amazing.
You're a triple threat. Well, a quadruple threat, maybe more threat. Maybe a very threatening. Let's put it that way. You're a mother.
Yes.
You're a wife.
Yes.
You are an educator.
Yes.
But you're also a singer, songwriter.
Yes.
And you play acoustic guitar.
I try. I've dabbled in it. I think my daughter is a better player than myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, when people look at artists, when the people look at artists like you and I, normally what people do is they normally think, you were born like that. Tell us a bit more about you. Where were you born? Where did you go to school? They want to know whether you're a real human being.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we're all humans, right? And I was born right here in Harare.
Right.
I grew up here. I went to primary school at Gateway Primary School, from grade 1 to 7, and then Form 1 to 6, I went to Watershed College.
You went to Watershed College?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
And after school, what did you do? Did you go to study elsewhere? What kind of things did you get up to after upper 6?
Yeah, so after upper 6, I went to South Africa. I went to Wits University, where I studied a BCom in Finance and Economics.
What?
Yeah.
So you've studied finance?
Yes, I have.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Now we talk up now when we come to Tafadzwa, we've got Tafadzwa, the educator, the one who's a teacher. Tell us more about your foray into that.
Okay, so
how did that all come around? So I think in 2019. The opportunity came up to start teaching English online, and I took a course and I started teaching English online from about 2020. Right. So God had it in such a way that before we were doing wedding films and photography with my husband. That's the business that we have. But I guess in 2019, in preparation for the COVID season, God just got me into teaching English online, and I've been doing that since 2020. How have you found that experience? I mean, you teach students from all over the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was scary at first, but I think God made me do English online because I guess it was a way of teaching me how to deal with people, how to communicate with people. I was terrified of answering phone calls before I started doing English online.
Wow.
But then that taught me to be more confident, more open, more welcoming to people, and it has been such a transformational period for me, helping me to come out of my shell, basically. Right. Yeah.
Wow. Now we're still on teaching English as a foreign language.
Yeah.
You've taught students from which countries, basically?
So I've taught students mainly from Japan, but I've also taught students from Egypt
and Italy as well, and Taiwan, Korea. So yeah, they have been a mixed bag, but mostly focusing on the East because they are looking to improve their English. So yeah.
Now, you mentioned that God helped you, orchestrated all this. How critical is your faith in God, your relationship with God? How did that all come about, having a personal relationship with God?
That's a very good question. So, because I went to Gateway Primary School, it's a Christian school, and going to school, we would hear a lot about God, a lot about Jesus and what He did for us. And then personally, at an age of 10, I made the decision to be a follower of Jesus. I had grown up in a Christian family. My grandfather was an Anglican priest, but that's not really where I got my faith. I got my faith from school.
From primary school?
Yes, from primary school, yeah.
Yeah. And now navigating, maybe let's maybe as a segue into the music thing. How then did you come about to begin to sing, or even think about music? Did it start early on in life? How did how did the music win, and how did the music bug catch you?
So I got my first solo when I was 10.
Right.
I had decided to join the choir shortly before, and after I did the solo, I decided that, okay, this might be something I want to do. But I thought that I would do it as a hobby, and I would do other things like become a businesswoman or whatever, accounting, for the longest time. Then when I was 18, I was leading a prayer meeting, or I started leading prayer meetings in high school, upper six. And it was during that time where I realized the power of music, because we introduced praise and worship for the prayer meeting, and then we saw the numbers grow from a group of 5 to 8 people from the entire hostel to the whole hostel coming to prayer meetings, and that was about 70 plus of us. So then I realized that, okay, there's something in music, there's something that music does. And that's when I made the decision to do music professionally.
Wow, what an amazing testimony. Listen, it doesn't matter where you start, but she started at 10. Let's not touch the remote. We shall be back with Transformations with Pastor G right here on channel 293. Don't go away. We'll be back. Thank you for my company.